This video is on displacement in 2 dimensions. And just as a review, if I were to ask you if somebody goes 300 yards left, 250 yards right, 600 yards right, and then 100 yards left, and after you solve for distance and displacement, can you do it? If you can, you're ready for this video. If you're not, you need to go back and watch displacement in 1 dimension. It's only 6 minutes long, so it's worth taking a minute to go and watching, so this part makes more sense. And just like the first dimensional tutorial that I made, I want to start this one with just an observation from you guys. I don't want you to do anything, I just want you to watch. And we're going to do some 2-dimensional movement. Now the first thing you should be able to do is find the distance. You just add them up. 5 plus 2 plus 1 from 5 is 13. Distance is easy. It's just the total distance traveled. But now let's set up some motion. So let's go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to the left 2. 1, 2. Down 1. And to the right 5. And now what we have here is a line right here. The difference between, I don't want that color. Let's do black. This is our starting spot, and this is our finishing spot. So this line represents the displacement, the difference between our distance initial and our distance final, our ending spot and our starting spot. And if you look even closer, we can see this plus 3 here, and we'll call this plus 4 here. This stuff kind of doesn't matter anymore, and now we have a right angled triangle, and the connecting line, or hypotenuse, can be solved with the Pythagorean theorem. This is displacement. We can use it solving a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I'll go over that in a minute. But that's kind of like our overall goal. What we want to do is break down all the motion into a net change up and down and a net change side to side, and then break it down into a triangle. So before we get to the Pythagorean, let's give you the steps. So, step 1. Choose values. For example, north is positive, south is negative, west is negative, east is positive, or whatever. It's your choice. But you want to choose the up and down motion one way and the side to side motion the other. Number 2. You want to find the net change in y and the net change in x. So y is up and down, x is side to side. So in our example, we had a net change of plus 4 in the y and plus 3 in the x. It's essentially what we did in the 1-dimensional analysis, only we did it twice. And number 3, use Pythagorean. So, let's observe the Pythagorean really quick. If you have a right triangle, 2 of the parts are A and B, and the long connector is part C, and this is our hypotenuse. The hypotenuse will help us find displacement. The convenient part about this is if you have 2 sides, you can always find the missing one using the following formula. So if we add from our example, this is 3 and this is 4, well then it becomes 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared, which becomes 9 plus 16 c squared equals 25. Root both sides, and c equals 5. Yay! So those are the quick steps. Let's try another one, only because we have more time here. And I want you to do this one unless you feel solid. Let's go 6, 2, question mark. So try to work it out. Use your calculator and solve for the difference between the two. It needs to be expressed in a decimal. You can't leave it in a, I think it's called an irrational number. Here's the answer. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. C squared equals 6 squared plus 2 squared. C squared equals 36 plus 4. C squared equals 40. Square root both sides, and you have the calculator. I'm just doing this demo. So that should be able to get the rest. So now let's look at a very complex one. So we have our setup. I'm calling x, oops, I have to switch that. East and west, y is north and south. And east is positive, so west is negative. Now let's go through and identify our parts. First, let's do the east to west motion. Heading south, don't care. Heading east on Lincoln for 200 meters. Turn right and head south. Quick left east on Irving for 30. Head north. East on Middle and drive 500 meters. So we have 200 plus 30 plus 500 equals a total change in the x direction of plus 730. Now let's find our north and south in blue. 15 meters south. South for 30. North for 800. And that gives us minus 1500 minus 30 plus 800. And the answer is, and this is 730 south. I forgot to make that clear. This is a negative number, but the negative just tells me it's south. This is a positive number. That means the net change is 730 east. And our overall answer will be some direction southeast. So now we have a two-sided triangle, 730, 730, and we need to solve for our hypotenuse. C squared equals 730 squared plus 730 squared, square root. You can work that out. The answer should be like 1030 something. But those are really big numbers once you start pushing these in your calculators, and I won't have that on the test, I promise. So let's look at another example. I want you guys to do more. We have more time here. What if I had up 12, down 3, down 4, left 6, right 10. So I would like you to set this up. I'll get you started. The change in y, what do you want up to be, and what do you want down to be? The change in x, what do you want left to be, what do you want right to be? So try this, see if you can do it, and then here comes the answer. I'm going to say up is positive, down is negative, left is positive, right is negative. Plus 12 minus 3 minus 4, left plus 6, right minus 10. So this is 12 minus 3 minus 4 is positive 5, or 5 up. 6 minus 10 is negative 4, that means 4 to the right. And now we have our triangle, 5, 4, question mark. C squared equals 5 squared plus 4 squared equals 25 plus 16 equals 41 c squared 6 point, I don't know, 8-ish. I'm just making this up as I go. That should about figure it out for you. If you need more, come see me at Milk Breaker Lunch. Cheers.